Ah, my thumb. That hurt. Welcome back to Copenhagen Blue. Sometimes the hits just keep on coming. Today, the bug. Got an air conditioning issue. Let's take a look and see what's going on. So it actually, the air works, comes on. You get cold air. But under the hood, when our fan kicks on, it's not bad when it first kicks on, but you see that wobble? Woo! That's neat, isn't it? So before that thing flies off into orbit, let's get it replaced. What we need to do is this bracket here that holds the fan in, we need a T30, and make sure that you have a good T30 with good teeth on it so you can actually get into the screw and it doesn't strip out. But we're just going to take the screw out here. It helps if you have a really small little ratchet, it helps you get in there. And then there's two more. There's one over here. There's one down on the bottom. I'm going to take those out and we're going to unplug the fan, and we can actually drop the fan assembly down from the bottom. We don't have to pull out our core support and our radiator and the whole shebang. We can do this with it in the vehicle. The part that sucks about getting to the one screw, whatever you want to call it, down there on the bracket is that you really have to pull the battery. Now, pulling the battery is not that bad. It's fairly easy. Should just be a 10 millimeter if I'm not mistaken. Loosen that up and loosen that up, and then we'll be able to get the cables off. You pull this shroud out. So let's get this out of the way. Get that off. Got our negative off and kind of tuck it back there for a second. Pull this plastic piece out of the way. If you even have this anymore, chances are, if your bug's been worked on in the past, somebody said, screw it, I'm not putting that back on. Well, I always do. Set that to the side. Now we have room to pull our battery out kind of like this way, and it just kind of angles out. I forgot there's a 13 millimeter down there that you have to undo that holds the battery down. So tucked down in here is a 13 millimeter bolt, and that's our battery hold down. We're gonna pull that out. There's our bolt, there's our bracket. Now we can pull our battery out, which is kind of a pain to pull out. You have to tip it up kind of sideways and then come out of that opening up there. We'll set that off to the side. Phew! Now that you're down in the engine bay, you should be able to see where that bolt is, which is right down in here. We're gonna get that out. Screw, bolt, whatever you want to call it, out, and we have one more down on the bottom we're gonna get. Down on the bottom, we have this one right here, which is pretty easy, but we do need to make sure we pull our harness out, which goes here, and then up into this bracket up here, which I believe, I have to remember how that comes out. I think it comes out, there we go, pushes up and out of that bracket, and then we can disconnect that harness right there. So let's undo this last Torx right here. Well, we got our AC condenser fan out. I pulled it through the bottom, as you saw. It kind of sucks because I didn't have the audio going at that time, but you can see right here that the shaft is just wiggling away in the center there. But we're gonna try and get these 10 millimeter nuts off. Woo, one. There we go, two. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3. Got lucky on that one. So 1, 2, 3 nuts. This little bracket here just kind of pops off from the side. We pull our harness out, and then here's our whole old fan assembly just wiggling away. In our box, we have a brand new fan assembly. Now, the fan does not seem like it's necessarily the same size, so that worries me a little bit, but it's going in towards the engine bay, so let's hope that this goes back in the way that it came out. That's a little concerning, but let's see. Our harness would go up like this. Make sure our harness is the same. Yes, our connector is the same. So should be able. Oh no, it's wrong. Ah, oh, son of a gun. So the bolts don't line up properly, so it's not the right motor. It said it was the right motor. This is what I get for using Amazon. Son of a bitch. Oakley dokley. Guess just gonna put it all back together. Neat. Alright, so I'm kind of hoping that if I use this, it'll taper it in and mushroom it down a little bit. We'll go a little bit bigger first. And it didn't do much. We need something smaller. 8. Ah, my thumb. That hurt. Oh. Ooh, that really hurt the thumb. It's not as much wobble. A little bit of wobble, but I guess we'll try and still spin. Yeah, sounds a little gnarly, but maybe it'll get by at least until we get the new part. So it's better than it was. Still shaky a little bit, but hopefully it holds on. Let's put it back in. We need to feed it up like so. Move our power steering line out of the way. Move a radiator hose out of the way. Get it past everything. Come on. There we are. All right. So we'll put our 1T30 in here down at the bottom. All right, so we've got our 1 in there. We've got our 2 to put back up on top, and then we'll temporarily be in good shape until the new part comes in. Well, it's been a week, and I ordered from Rock Auto this time instead of Amazon, and it looks like we might actually have the right part. Moment of truth. Yeah, that looks like the back of the fan we need, so that should mount up okay. And it better have given me a freaking magnet. There was a while where they weren't coming with magnets. I don't know why. Alright, so let's get this one installed. I have to pull everything apart, but you already saw that, so I'm not going to show you again. But I'll time-lapse it. Well, we're back to where we were when we realized we had the wrong stuff. Now we're going to grab our 10 millimeters again, and let's undo the fan. I need to do the routing for this. There's a little bracket that holds on. Pull that off, just prise off from the side. Pull our fan wiring out and remove our bracket. So now when we look at our fans, you can see they're exactly the same. This one's a little bit different on the venting on the back or something like that, but this one you can see just how bad it was. The new one has a little cap over the back, but there's no wiggle to it. So let's get this one installed. Take our cord, run it through the bracket here, and then
no and then no and then no and then no and then
set our screws down. Oh, don't be off by just like a little bit here. That'd be a bummer. So I've got one post that's like not going on. Maybe I just have to have this all kind of lined up and even. Otherwise it's going to get a love tap, because this is happening. This is going in. It cannot seriously just be off by like a little bit, but there's, you know what? These are just metal tabs. So we're going to get something to adjust these. Hold on. You could see, hopefully you could see, right there, it's just not lining up with the hole perfectly. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of get onto the bracket that it's attached to. I'm just gonna pry up a little bit, see if we can kind of align that a little better. So let's just angle that a little bit. All right. think this stuff is all probably made in China by some kid who's just not making enough. There we go. Look at that. All right, let's put our nuts back on. I'm gonna snug them evenly and then I'll tighten them all down. Got that done. We can push our cord down into the channel here, like so. Make sure that we don't have a lot of tension on our wires. Spins nicely. So installation, reverse of removal. So with the battery out, we were able to replace the screw right here. We have the screw right there, and then we have the one on the bottom. So now everything moves, fan moves. It's sharp, it cut me already. But we're gonna put the battery back in, and then let's fire it up and see how it works. We're on, we've got everything torqued down. I did notice there's some little brackets on the back side of the power steering reservoir here. So those actually go onto the little plastic, whatever that is, sleeve, container, insulator, whatever, and it's actually supposed to sit on that. So reinstalled that properly, since apparently I've never done that. And then there's an Allen down there, I think a 5mm to tighten down. So we've got everything back in order. Let's fire this up and see what happens. Hey, our fan was spinning. It is spinning. Look at that, no more shaky. Both fans are actually going. That one seems to be okay. And that's nice and quiet. Looks successful to me. Let's see if we have cold air. What kind of cycle puts the defrost on for your AC? Oh yeah, that's nice. That's super nice. Yeah, now we've got cold air coming out of there, which is great. Well, I thought I heard a noise, and I investigated, and when I did, what I found, I didn't record it, but I found actually this wiring was rubbing on the edge of the fan. And as I shut the engine off, I heard that I'm like, well, that's weird that it's rubbing on something. And I checked it out, and that's what it was. So when you run the harness, if I run it this way, it gets really close to the fan, like right there. So run it around the outside of your lower radiator hose here, and you can connect it just as easily over here if I can get the plug over. And then that way it hooks up, but it's nowhere near the fan itself. Just a piece of advice. Well, I'd call that a success. The VW manual says you're actually supposed to pull the entire front end off, pull the whole fan assembly apart and everything, and that's a big job. I mean, I've done it before. It's not something that I wanted to do again, but with a T30, a 1/4" ratchet, and a little bit of ingenuity, that wasn't too bad to do from the bottom of the car. That took like 45 minutes total. So hopefully this video helped you. If so, hit like. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Some issues with the air conditioning. It's kind of a new one. Let's fix it. Shut up, dog. Welcome back to Copenhagen Blue. Well, sometimes the automotive hits just keep on coming. In this case,